We start off with coronavirus news. New York State Governor Andrew Cuomo announced that New Yorkers who have comorbidities can now get the vaccine starting Monday, February the 15th. Individuals with comorbidities account for 94% of COVID-related deaths. Governor Cuomo stated the state is crafting a final list of eligible New Yorkers with CDC guidance. The CDC's list of underlying health conditions of increasing risk during COVID-19 infections includes cancer, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. In other news, a recent survey of 800 teachers by Educators for Excellence, the study notes student involvement is down significantly since the pandemic began. Our Bronx Net reporter, Darissa White, brings us details.
1 year into a pandemic that has shaped the way of life, many things have changed and become the new normal, including education and the way students learn, which has drastically changed.
Access for a lot of the students across the board, it's clear, isn't really equitable.
Elizabeth Hayela, a 7th and 8th grade special education teacher in the Bronx, says the most difficult part of teaching during the pandemic is students without access to remote capabilities.
There's something to be said across the board of the human interaction being such an important facet of the education system.
In a recent survey of 800 teachers by Educators for Excellence, it notes that student involvement is down significantly since the pandemic began. 61% of teachers reported student learning became worse. 60% reported that students weren't completing assignments or homework. 57% reported that student participation dropped, and 56% of teachers reported that attendance plunged significantly. Last year, in a December 10th press briefing, Mayor Bill de Blasio acknowledged learning loss among students throughout the 5 boroughs.
There will be a COVID achievement gap, and we have to close that COVID achievement gap.
In the briefing, he proposed a plan titled the 2021 Student Achievement Plan that will begin September of this year.
In September, there will be a new normal. Let's be clear. Our approach will be based on everything we have learned through this very challenging time.
What's included in the plan is to determine what ground schools lost during the pandemic, to improve digital curriculums throughout the 5 boroughs, to create a one-stop digital learning hub. They plan to improve professional development for staff, a parent university to provide assistance to parents, and to address students' mental health needs. The American Psychological Association applauded the 2021 Student Achievement Plan for supporting the mental health of students. Hayela says that she's noticed a drop in participation from her students that she believes is due to a decline in overall mental health and wellness.
Nobody can really just be home for an indefinite amount of time and experience the same wellness as they would if they were still in the social environment as a classroom.
The plan is set to take effect in September, first focusing on the 27 communities hit the hardest by COVID-19. Reporting for BronxNet, Darissa White.
And thank you, Darissa. And that's all the time we have for our Bronx updates. Stay tuned. We've got a full show. Open begins and continues right after this.